Welcome to another cold weather podcast. Where today I do not have my laptop muted. Where today, right, we're gonna be mainly talking about stories in video games and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure it'll be a very fun discussion, but we'll also be talking about like FPS games as well. Just because Halo Infinite has been really big, and I've been enjoying
Halo
it
is
quite
amazing.
a bit. Halo's just
I love
slower.
Halo.
Halo's just slower Titanfall.
I love Halo.
Yeah,
I
no,
just hate the server. I love Halo, but I hate the server because of kicking me out.
I've been having 0 out of 0 problems with that so far. I knew there was like a giant spike today, but like it's not a major problem, you know?
Yeah. Toilet, you were streaming Halo Infinite earlier, right?
Yep. Yes, I was. I am.
So like first time you're playing, or you've been playing it for a while?
I literally put the amount of episodes I have. I currently only have 17 hours in the game.
How you liking it?
It's decent. It's a bit slow for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never got to play it.
Wait for Arena?
Titan. Wait. Halo Infinite's free though.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Just download it. It might take like 8 hours,
Play with
but
us.
like yeah.
Wait,
Like,
Arena.
I wish
Let's
I
get
would
the Onyx together, guys. Let's get the Onyx together.
Okay, yeah. Let's get to our topics today. Today's topic.
Yeah.
Are morals and stories in FPS games. I think this is a very interesting discussion just because a lot of novels and fiction and media in general, right, it always carries some kind of implicit meaning that is like behind everything, right? And I think it's most important to like discuss because like there's so much media around us that is either telling a moral or trying to get agenda across, especially with all the talk about Arcane, right? All the talk about Arcane and everything. I can't really separate the fact that they have like a bunch of sexual harassment like allegations against a Riot, let me just search that up and pull up an article. Riot Games sexual harassment. Yeah,
It's not as bad as Activision.
Yeah, but Activision's really bad. The problem is there's like a bunch of allegations against them and all that kind of stuff, and like especially like media like Arcane, right, which is like supposed to be like yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, but like especially media like that, which is produced by a company which goes completely against like sexual harassment and all that kind of stuff, right? And in general is a fairly scummy company altogether. You have to like wonder like what kind of message that's trying to send out there, because like of course Arcane is set in the world of League, right? But at the same time the problem with that is that the world of League in itself is kind of bred to create toxicity, all like the systems in place and everything else like that. The like League gameplay itself like pretty much is universally hated. The community is like everyone knows that the community is bad, including the players who play it, right? Like what kind of people are we supporting by watching Arcane and all that kind of stuff? And that's like one of the reasons why I thought this would be an interesting conversation to bring up in general, yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty serious. It's the same thing with World of Warcraft, all right? You brought it up earlier, I believe, one of you guys. Yeah, World of Warcraft, also known as Activision Blizzard, are also under a lot of things as well, right? And one of the things they're doing to avoid all their sexual harassment lawsuits, right, is they turned all the paintings of women into fruit and censored them.
I saw that.
Wait. I got a question. Wait,
Yeah.
World of Warships was part of Activision?
World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Oh, World of Warcraft? Oh.
Yeah. Did I say World
Well, no,
of
you
Warships?
said World of Warcraft. No, you said World of Warcraft. My brain just went to World of Warships for some reason. Wow.
Yeah, World
my
of
gosh.
Warcraft.
Oh
Apparently,
man, that's a entirely different franchise.
I'm so sorry. Like
Yeah.
I barely played WoW because I stopped associating myself with Activision or Blizzard when way before allegations happened, because I think it was morally right that my friend and we dug deeply before allegations were made. We were like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Do you notice this employee? And one of my friends said, oh yeah, I know this guy. And he explained, this guy did shady things. But
Yeah,
we
no,
weren't,
in
we
general,
weren't supposed to
it's-
speak about it. Yeah.
Yeah, World of Warcraft I feel is super dang toxic in general, you know? Like the
I
community
agree.
I found isn't the greatest. Like I've tried playing for a bit but never got too far. All the starter zones are dead because everyone just boosts past everything, and like the business model itself is pretty bad, I think.
Is it
um,
pay to
uh,
win?
Yeah, I never play WoW at all actually. I never
Is it pay
Probably
to
played.
for
win
the
now?
best.
Yeah,
It's always been kind of pay to win, you know.
man.
Yeah, they
Man, I just want a gaming community that's just nice.
play
Just
Final
like
Fantasy
polite.
14.
Final
Sorry,
Fantasy
I got no.
14?
Sorry, I had so much toxic people. They're like, they talk shit to my friend as well.
I mean, the community I've been in, I've mainly been in like the roleplay servers instead of like the hardcore rating ones. So
Oh,
everyone's really chill over
not
there.
not that. The roleplay servers were probably chill, but like my friend was like particularly like the person that does a lot of raids. I mean, a
Oh,
lot of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
raids. It contributes the most
It's
in
not as
raids.
bad as WoW though, I
But
would imagine. Like high
yeah, it's
tier.
not as bad. It's
Yeah.
not as bad. She's not harassed as much as WoW players, but WoW players, oh my god, sheesh.
WoW
I don't
players
wanna
should not
talk
be the
about that.
standard. They should be the exception to the rule.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like Final Fantasy has a fairly decent community as long as you're playing fairly casually. The problem with the competitive
Casual
play
is
is
good.
that they're very subdivided, communities. You know, it's very hard to manage like selective discords instead of like the entire thing. You know, because like
Yeah.
raiders are always in like private discords, like private guild chats and everything, right? Um,
Mhm.
I think it's
Yep.
kind of
I would
hard
think
to.
so.
And they force to invite you if
Yeah.
if you're gonna do a raid, that you have to join their Discord for it.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
then you
kind
can
of
leave
hard
whenever.
to avoid being, avoid community. What is it called? Management. I mean, like it's hard to manage a
Yes,
community that
it's
you have no access to.
yeah, it's
Um,
community management.
one of the things I appreciate about like Final Fantasy is that they're more likely to act upon actual harassment than than Blizzard is, right? Because I've heard that the management in Blizzard is basically non-existent for a lot of the things, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Like I don't even see anything.
I know that's
don't
pretty
change.
sus, man.
I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised. Of course, Final Fantasy has some shady things, but I prefer it.
It's not that shady, okay?
It's
I
not
wouldn't
as
know. I
shady.
never played
It's
it
like a
either.
huge weeb community. Well,
Yeah, you would fit right in,
you
Kay.
know, I'm sorry, I can't. Like I
Oh,
I
yeah.
mostly do the EU server because like I don't really get that much people that talk rough. Because I had a discussion about Russian players versus NA players,
Yep.
and what we learned about was yes, Russian players may like particularly like verbally call you out or anything like that, but they don't take action like NA players. Like so there's some NA players that be like, "Oh, I'm gonna dox you. I know your location," and then click that button just because they rage over a single game.
I think that's fairly rare, though, right? Like very rare.
It's really common in NA. I got doxxed multiple times.
Is it?
From
I've
people
never
from
been
NA.
doxxed before. That's so.
But when I was in
surprised.
EU, I never got doxxed.
That's
I never
very
got doxxed.
interesting.
I had Russian players just like scream at me, but they didn't really
Yeah.
like take action.
All the raids
It's
I've been
just-
in were fairly friendly.
It's just it's weird, you know. I
Yeah.
wish some people understand that it's just something to play for fun. Yeah, I made
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm serious
That's how games are meant to be played.
I play
like,
for
just
fun.
The problem with
Yeah.
raiding, though, right? Like, is if you're in like a actual raid group or playing high tier content, you're not really in there
Yes.
just for the fun. You're in there for a competitive experience, where there's difficulty
Yeah.
as well as time investment. I
can't
get
do
like
that.
I get there being like just play for fun for like earlier like just like casual dungeons and all that, but I do understand why toxicity is there for like higher tier content, because no one wants to waste like 8+ hours on like one dungeon just because one person keeps messing up, it's like at that point like the amount of investment is enough to justify at least some amount of toxicity, not like a complete amount, but I think like some kind of gatekeeping in the community, like if you don't know the mechanics, don't go into like a high tier raid group, you're just asking to be
Yeah.
bullied.
Yeah, Twitter
Yeah.
like Twitter solved it kind of. It was like if you're trying to introduce someone to a new game,
Twitter
please
hasn't
be
solved
polite to
anything.
them. No. Like some players be like, so for example, when Halo came out or League of Legends, like because of Arcane, there's some people that are like, if you're gonna introduce new players into this game, please be polite to them. Don't like talk shit at all because it ruins the experience and it loses
really
like that
doesn't.
person's interest.
It
Yeah,
really
kind
doesn't.
of.
The League experience is being like, you know, people being toxic towards you.
Yeah, I can't do League. I remember I got harassed for being bad, like or going for a wrong build.
The problem
couldn't.
with League is that you need so much outside of League, like, you know, material to be good or like even semi decent. Like League is
What's a
not.
better game than League? Gujan 3.
Gujan's a pretty good game, top tier. Mainly because it's single player.
It's way better than Sword of Legends.
Swords of Legends
Sword of
is
Legends
fun.
Online.
I enjoy
I
Swords of
know,
Legends.
but like, it's an MMO. But Gujan 3 has that plot, you know.
You
I
can't
love
really
games with
compare
plot.
them. I don't think
Yeah,
they're
I can't
comparable.
really compare it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
One has an amazing story. I love watching Gujan gameplay.
Back to the main topic, right? What are some stories that you guys think are like very impactful to like, you know, to like, you know, video games, like movies and etc. Like any kind.
I think casters kind of play a big impact to some gaming communities, you know?
Casters? Oh, newscasters,
Yeah, like game
right?
casters.
Yeah.
The reason why I would say casters impact the whole entire community is because not only that they're showing personality of their characteristics, but as well as demonstrating like how intense some games are with a kick to it. And there's this person named Kickstar, right? He was my favorite player for Rainbow Six Siege until he retired, became a caster for multiple games, and he won an award. Unfortunately, stuff happened in October, but I don't want to disclose it. He was a really great caster. Yeah, he was a really great caster. Like in my opinion, he basically made everything fun. I loved watching him just talk about whatever this game was, you know?
Yeah.
It didn't even matter if I wanted to play or not. I was there because of him.
Personalities really do matter when you're like showing new content, especially for newbies.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm watching a fighting game, right, and I don't have like any experience with fighting games, right, and like, you know, someone's doing like, you know, this like a crazy combo or whatever, I'm gonna just like, yeah, that looks cool, right? But like if the caster actually like, you know, gives context and all that, that really does make it easier for people to get into it, right? Because like you guys know like the Chun-Li blockchain thing, right, from like a long time ago in Street Fighter, right?
Oh, the Daigo parry?
Yeah. That's what
Justin
I'm talking
Wong.
about. Because like, you know, hearing the casters gives so much more context to newbies, right? Because like if you're playing like Street Fighter 5, right, that's a combo that you can do by just spamming, right? But like hearing all the hype and everything from back then, it really does make you appreciate the scene more, you know?
It is impossible to reenact that too.
Isn't it like like a 1 frame like blockchain that you have to complete?
It's
like
half
5,
a frame. It's half a frame.
Yeah.
It's legit half a frame. Like the inhuman reaction.
Yep.
It changed to 2 frames. It changed to 2 frames because you know they wanted to make the game easier.
Yep. Okay, what are some stories in games that have like really interesting morals? Because like if we bring it to Gujan 3, right, that you brought up earlier, Kay, I think one of the main morals in it is actually being able to like, you know, let go of the past and like, you know, loved ones and all that, right? Because one of the central plots which really got to me, and I think is probably the peak of Gujan 3 for me, is that scene where what is her name again? It's like the girl with the staff, right? Like, you know, was talking to her master grandmother figure thingy lady, right, on her deathbed, right? And she was like, yeah, when I was younger, blah 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 blah, I saw my master die, and like, you know, I've never been able to let go, right? And like, you know, that's like that's a good scene to have because it really gives context and character for the character, right? Like, you know, like the character development and all that stuff, but also really does like, you know, give a good message about being able to like, you know, slowly like, you know, let go of like the past, as well as like not forgetting the past, you know, which really resonated with me personally. As well as like, you know, some stuff about like how human lives are short and like insignificant in the grand scheme of things, which is a sad but very real fact, you know, because like our entire lives, right? If we brought it to like, you know, if we brought it to the past, like before like the modern era, right? Like our lifespan is barely a speck in the world, you know? Like of course now we're like developing technology so much faster than we used to, but like you know, the invention of cars took like way longer than our lifespans, you know, because there's like so many tiny parts that were created and everything. I think our era is faster than the past eras though, because innovation and everything is increasing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's start
Yeah,
with Star.
technology just keeps on advancing from here. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Isn't there like
Going
this,
back from Greystone,
isn't there this theory
that
from
helped me learn.
that like what is it that like technology is like doubling or something, like something's law?
I think so.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't.
like
I know what you're talking about, but
If you're
I
talking
just see like
about,
exponentially.
I know that this was like between the invention of I don't know.
semiconductors. I
Forget.
believe it's like semiconductors doubling
Something like
microchips
that.
or something like that, right?
Moore's
yeah,
law
Moore's law,
ended,
Moore's law.
you know,
Yeah.
it's gonna end, to be honest.
It's gonna eventually end, and it's not even really a law. It's like, you know, a
2025.
theory that people took out of
Yeah.
context. But like, yeah, I think it is very interesting how technology is increasing, so our lifespans are going to be more significant. You know. Okay, let's start off with Starly. What's one kind of like, you know, a form of media that like has like a meaning or like moral that like resonates with you, and like, can you tell us a bit about it?
Let me think.
Like it can be
I'm not
anything,
sure.
books, movies, you know, just experiences, games, you know. If not, we can skip you real quick, and then we can go to moral
Yeah,
about
skip
morals.
me. Let me think real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Moral. What are some morals that you learned while looking at content with morals in it?
What's that supposed to be?
Yeah. I mean, like, do you have any content that has like meaning and everything to you?
Sorry. Can you repeat that? Yeah, sorry.
Like more.
Yeah, can you
Is there? You want me to repeat it word for word again?
Yeah, please. Sorry.
Okay. Moral. What are some morals that you learned while looking at some content with morals?
Most. That hurt my head a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it can be like any kind of content or anything with like any like significant meaning, even if it's like only like meaning that would be like applicable to yourself, you know?
Well, I guess like recently I've been looking into like, I guess like interviews and stuff about like the heart attack grill. If you know if you know of that place.
Can you repeat it again?
The heart attack grill.
The heart attack rail. I haven't heard about that. Please give us some context.
Yeah, there's one like in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Where basically it's like a burger joint. Basically, like the food there is like it's like bad for you.
It's like a super greasy grill, right?
Yeah.
Super fattening. Yeah. It's like the one that's like you have to weigh at least like 350 pounds and more to get free food.
The average American grill.
Yeah, man. It's literally in the name, man. It's like all the food's like bad for you, but then like the CEO, he's like honest as hell. He's like a super villain. Like seriously, he's telling you straight up, yeah, the food is bad for you, you know, but people will come anyways, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he's spreading that message, you know, like places like that, like the heart attack grill, it's just like probably like scare you into
Honestly,
like
if you go
trying to eat healthier, you know.
If you go to places like that and eat it a lot, that's just natural selection at that point.
Yeah, exactly. He's capitalizing off natural selection.
Really?
Okay, that actually brings me to something that I was talking in my stream that ended like 30 minutes earlier, right? I feel like, you know, I feel like it's fine to be fat, just like as long as you're not like, you know, as long as you're not giving up on yourself and your own health, right? Because I do know some people who have given up on their own like physical health, And I know that it's not as easy for everyone to work out as others, right? Like, of course, like not everyone's gonna be like doing like 500-pound like weights from day one, right? Well, maybe some will, but most won't, right? But I think it's very important to, like, just not give up on yourself and like not like, stop working out or whatever, because like there's so many people that I've met, right? Like that are like heavier, right? But like it's either due to like an actual health condition or or like they're trying to like get more healthy, right? One of my friends from high school actually messaged me very recently, being like, "Hey, are you underweight?" And I was like, "No, I'm a good size, like good BMI." And then they were like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Are you overweight?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then I was, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna cheer you on," because like they were saying that they were like trying to, what is it? They were trying to get like lose weight and like get into a healthy size and all that. And like honestly, go them, like that's great. But then there's like other people I've met who are like, who are like forcefully signed up for like a gym membership or like, like a martial arts club, right? Because like once I was doing taekwondo, right? And there was this kid who was fairly overweight, right? And he would be there, right? Because he was forced to be there, and he wouldn't do any of like the workouts, like genuinely, right? Like he would like flail around and like mess around and like like argue and all that, right? And like that makes me really dang sad, because like some people just don't want to better themselves. And like I'm not saying like you need to like constantly be bettering yourself, but like please take care of your health. Like don't be like 5,000 pounds and like 10 like 5 feet like one.
Right. I mean, it's like easier said than done too. It's like it's like people say like they want to get better, but then again, it's like or like it's like one thing's like you want to do it, but like do you like really want to do it?
Yeah,
That's
and
like another thing.
I've seen that reminds me of like I've seen a lot of posts on like forums, right? Or like people recounting like them on like YouTube and everything, of like people like losing weight from like 300 400 pounds, and like just like tracing their progress like every day, and then like eventually getting to a healthy weight, right? And that's really dang inspirational,
Exactly.
because like I get it if you can't like you can't like run as much as other people would recommend, but like please try something, progression and all that.
Yeah, at least put
stuff.
out the effort. Yeah. Get that progress going. Like little progress is still progress. Don't go like the opposite of progress.
As long as you don't like give up, then I think it's fine, because like if you can do like one push-up, that's great, right? Just do one push-up every day until you can do two, if you can't like if you can't even do a full push-up, right, maybe do like knee push-ups, because like those are a bit easier. Or maybe do like incline push-ups, like downward inclines, because that makes it also easier, right? There's like a bunch of ways you can work towards things, right? And like if you can't do push-ups because of health condition, I'm sure there's other things you can do, right? And like it's just not giving up on yourself. There's a lot you can do, and like sometimes you can't, and that's fine, just build up to it. And if you can't build up to it, that's fine too. Build up to something else.
Yeah, just do what you can and to get that workout going. Just do what you can.
Yeah.
So when you were talking about that kid, I was thinking about a Bruce Lee quote. Like, I fear not the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times.
Isn't it punch?
I remember that. Yeah.
It's
no,
punch,
it's
isn't
kick.
Oh, it's kick. Okay.
It was kick.
I think it was kick. Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like that kid, he's basically just practicing one thing once. He's not committed.
Yeah.
Bro, like I wish he was committed, because like if he was fully committed, this man would have been a lot stronger, probably like
But then again, he
more
was fairly
successful.
young, so I can't really blame him. But like American
can't blame
epidemic, obesity.
But then again, kids, they can like absorb like knowledge like easier compared to like adults.
I think
and it's easier to start. I mean, it's like better to start when you're a kid, man. Shoot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I think intent also matters a lot too, because like if you're practicing martial arts, right, but you're only half-heartedly doing it, the amount of progress you're gonna make, even with like the same amount of kicks, punches, and all that stuff, is not gonna be the same. Intent and focus are so important, that kind of thing. Same thing for like working out, because like if you're only half-heartedly like doing your like weightlifting and all that, you're not gonna make half as much as progress as someone actually trying, unless you're dosing at something.
I can't do that progress because of schedule reasons.
Yeah, and that's fine. But like, you know,
Yeah, time constraints can be tough for sure. Yeah.
no, but there's always like, you know, like for me personally, I do mainly body weight exercises just because I can fit them in really easily. You
I
know,
will never go to a gym for
But-
membership.
gyms
My
are pretty-
place scams people. No, my place scams people. Even if you cancel your card, they'll still charge you.
I mean, who needs a
is-
gym membership when you have the exercise redeems on Twitch, right?
Is this
Koilon?
Streamlabs all over again? Wait.
Oh yeah, might as well just use stream elements.
Stream,
Oh, wait.
Streamlabs
no,
is so bad.
no.
Streamlabs is so bad, man. Like, have you guys heard about how they signed up people like against their will for their membership or whatever? And they all.
Oh yeah,
I've heard
I
about something
remember.
like that. Yeah.
So when I got into the community first, like the VTuber slash not really VTuber community, like mostly streaming community, they forced me to sign up for Streamlabs Prime, right?
Yep.
And I didn't realize that I had Streamlabs Prime the entire time until like 3 weeks later, and I realized that it was charging me $12.99 every single month for no reason.
Yeah.
So I canceled it immediately, stopped using Streamlabs, swapped to OBS, Stream Elements,
Yeah.
etc. You know,
They purposely make
It
it
was-
harder to like sign off of it too, which is annoying.
it's
Yeah.
basically really hard. I had to fight it.
Yeah.
I had to actually
It's actually
like,
easier to go to your
contact
bank
OBS.
or like, you know,
I had to
yeah.
contact OBS and my bank, all
True.
of that, etc.
A Streamlabs is
and-
actually not associated with OBS, sadly. So you know.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
but
we thought so too. Cause yeah.
that was
but they're
like
not.
back in the day. But yeah, although I still have it on my PC. Like I never even touch it.
I should probably uninstall it to be honest.
I only have OBS.
Yeah, that's not giving us satisfaction of still having it in our
I
PC.
installed it once when I was trying to like learn how to use it, just because you know, like I like helping people with OBS, but so many people use Streamlabs too. But
I never use Streamlabs.
the first thing that like you know turned me off from using Streamlabs, right, was that as soon as you pop into Streamlabs, it's literally like, yo, hey, you want to subscribe to our membership, which has a bunch more features.
Oh hey,
That's a red
if you're
flag.
using
man.
our theme, you have to
Like,
pay.
please, no.
If you're using our theme, you have to pay. Oh yeah, these guys are partnered with us, but still, you have to pay us, not them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's messed up because they're using the OBS's resources like to make their own thing, like Streamlabs OBS, and they're
Yeah.
charging people
Yeah.
So
as well.
what they were doing was like not really pirating. I mean, like they were monopolizing an open source,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
you're not supposed
exactly.
to do
That's the
on open
argument.
source.
It was open
It's
source, yeah.
legal, but it's morally dubious, right? Which I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
is a
it's
problem.
dubious. If it was like
That ties
Linux,
to the
where
topic pretty
it's
well.
an open source where there's a lot of people improving like each and every
Yeah.
software or version, I would say that's kind of insane.
Yeah. In theory, it's like perfectly legal, but at the same time, right? At the same time, I feel like open source is absolutely a great thing because you know you can make more like you can make more fleets and branches and everything. But like for a situation where Streamlabs, that just shows their more dubious moral quandaries, you know? Because like, damn, like how how did no one realize this stuff sooner? Because like you know.
Right, exactly. It's like we didn't realize until like OBS like called them out.
Yeah.
The first red flag for me, switching between like OBS and like Streamlabs is how much worse Streamlabs runs, even though they're
Yeah,
supposedly
it uses up your CPU more, right?
yeah
like on
they
Streamlabs.
use a lot more CPU. I can kind of argue why because they have like a lot more like not a lot more features but a lot more like handholdy features and GUIs and stuff. But this at the same time, I don't really think it's worth it, you know.
Yeah, I tried it for some time. I didn't like it, so I went back to OBS.
Yeah. I really feel bad for the people who are kind of stuck in the ecosystem though, because I know it's kind of scary to move because everyone's like, yeah, Streamlabs so much easier, you know. Well, meanwhile, like
Right? Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, it's not too hard of a jump. I feel like OBS's layout is actually way easier just because once you get your
I love
layout done, you
OBS.
don't need to play around with it.
I love
Right,
it.
and this tutorials out there on how to like switch like your scenes and stuff from like Streamlabs to OBS as
I am
well.
currently using 2.3% of my CPU right now.
I don't use CPU. I mostly use NVENC.
Yeah.
Which is like so useful. Like if you compare
Wait, what is that?
NVENC,
Sorry.
NVENC is basically NVIDIA.
Oh, NVENC. Oh, yeah.
It's for GPU. So,
Yeah.
when I did a diagnostic, like for the first time, like Streamlabs to OBS,
Yeah.
like because I only used NVENC, Streamlabs took a shit ton of my GPU, and I couldn't even stream games. Like legit, it was less than 60 FPS. But when I switched to OBS, it was a lot easier. I didn't really need Reaper sources like to change like my voice and audio compression files and stuff. And it barely used any of my GPU. Like it was so good.
OBS is just
Hey,
so
there
much
you go.
It's just
Let's
so much
go.
better.
OBS is so much better.
That's
You
That's
said
the
it,
moral.
man.
That's the moral right there.
Yeah.
OBS, just
That's
use
the
OBS.
moral. That's the moral.
That's the moral. That's the moral.
Okay. Oh, one of the really inspiring stories for me, right? I think this would be slightly related to Sydney Senpai's field. One of the things that really inspires
It's
me.
Science Senpai, bro.
Science Senpai, yeah. One of the things that really inspires me about the people who started 8-bit. I think I talked about this a lot. But, like, how like all like the 8-bit music that's like classically made, like like all like the original songs, everything from like the NES era, right? Like all those were made by people without any music experience, pretty much, or like very little, and like doing it from like a what is it, a text field or whatever, like that's crazy impressive, right? Because like Sydney, like imagine instead of like having like a GUI or whatever, or like a program that makes music, right? You had to input like numbers and letters and stuff like that to like write your music, and then you had to like run a program to compile it and all that.
Yeah. Dang.
Like that's impressive.
The
man.
time. The time that would take. Holy shoot.
I really do appreciate how far how far music technology has come and like in general technology
100%.
well. Because like
Autotune especially.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Autotune's crazy useful.
It's so accurate now.
It is so accurate now. It is.
Honestly, it's accurate enough that you can still hear it, but like it's not as cringy as it used to be,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like T-Pain cringe, like the the
Autotune and whatnot.
Oh, do you guys remember like I can't write sheet music on like actual paper, but like using MuseScore or something like that, like automates that like halfway, right? That's so nice. And then like being able to like play all that music, like imagine giving like a program like this, like one of like the classical music composers, like for piano or something back in the day. That would have blown their minds, Yeah. Also, I do really appreciate all like the advancements in writing code as well, because like these days, right? If you write bad code, like 99% of the time they'll be like, yeah, this is where you got it wrong. Here's a slap on the wrist, and you can recompile your code, right? It's so much better than like not having a actually good compiler.
It's basically C++ versus Python, which a lot of people use Python. I can't use Python. I'm really bad with Python.
Python is actually like the first programming language I got like some experience with in college.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about
so
Python,
hard.
and then there's me that's like, oh yeah, by the way, I've been C++ing like throughout the entire time.
Yeah.
So when we got introduced to Python, I basically failed the easiest stuff ever. Because I thought like we had to be advanced. No, it was compressed. It was compressed. You didn't even need to be specific. The source just did it for itself, I cry.
Yep. And then there's like what is Unreal Engine,
I'm a
which is pretty
boomer.
much like drag and drop compared to like normal coding. Unreal is just so much easier than like using things from Unity, because Unity you actually need to like write the code yourself most of the time. Yeah, I really do appreciate these kind of things. It's nice, man. It's nice. But at the same time,
We take these little things for granted. Just
indeed,
kidding.
Yeah, I'm big on code again, man. It makes my brain hurt.
coding is fun. Coding is
And then I
fun.
switch makes, man.
Coding is easy
Coding's
as long as you don't
fun.
make mistakes.
As long as I don't sit for 8+ hours.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
that's like
probably better than a
coding's
lot of the
technically,
jobs.
you know.
You know what? I would prefer sitting 8 hours doing code than like, you know, doing 8 hours doing analysis or something, you know?
Oh,
I mean, either way, you spend like a long time is like trying to figure out why the program went wrong.
Yeah,
It's kind of
that's
like
true.
one line of code that you messed up on. It's like stressful.
Just don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
Easy.
make one fatal flaw,
Easy, no.
Just
and then they don't
make
know it was
mistakes.
you.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. One of the games that I really appreciate for their message, right? Would have to be Frostpunk. Have any of you guys seen Frostpunk before?
No, I
Why
have
does
not.
that sound familiar? Frostpunk.
No, I've seen a bit, not too much.
So basically, for anyone without context, Frostpunk, the scenario, right, is the world has frozen over, and like, you know, there's a few bastions of society left, with like, you know, giant heaters, everything, which like, you know, create heat, right? And the goal is like just to survive, right? But to win the game, you actually need to make a lot of sacrifices, and like, you know, it's a very grim, dark story, mainly because like, you know, there's no way to perfect it, right? Either way, someone's gonna have to starve, or, you know, you're gonna have to like, yeah, you're gonna have to like mess someone up, right? To like, you know, get where you're going. And like, it's a sad message, but at the same time, you know, sometimes sacrifices have to be made. That's something a villain would say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you said
no,
that,
wait,
like
this
it
gives
kind
me
of reminds me of
PTSD
like
vibes.
Life is Strange, right? It's
Yeah.
like we have
Wait,
to
this
make
gives-
decisions and whatnot. Sometimes, you know, like every decision has has consequences.
Yeah.
And it reminds you of that.
So-
It tells you that in the beginning of the game too.
Yeah.
Can you say that again?
Yeah, the butterfly
Oh.
effect.
The sacrifice.
The
Sacrifices will have to be made.
sacrifices.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Actions have
Oh
consequences.
no! Oh no! This gives me PTSD vibes. I
Yeah,
remember I was
no.
watching a video and it was that it's like that's a sacrifice I'm willing to take.
I am 100% willing to lose all of you guys.
And then the main character is like, he's like,
I
what about the
appreciate that
antidote
so
for your
much.
family? It's like,
I'm-
who's gonna save him? And then the guy, well, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah.
Main character.
I mean,
I'm
he's
very
selfish.
happy that I'm
He's
only a tool
selfish.
of survival to you.
Yeah.
Not
I mean, you
afraid.
have to make like. I mean, you have to make like a sacrifice like on the final episode, like your last decision you have to make in.
Oh no,
Life is
I
Strange,
hate
too.
those so much. I hate that. It's like,
Just
It's like, do you lose one person or do you lose a bunch of people?
okay.
Mm,
Do you know
yeah.
how you know
Oh,
how you
shit,
do
I
that in
understand.
you know how you do that in one of those games where you have to make decisions? You find one of the characters, realize, hey, they're kind of a main character, and the game is trying to make me like them. Just start hating them for no reason, right? And then at the end, you'll probably have to sacrifice them or a bunch of other people. Easy, you already hate them.
Yeah. The thing is,
Wow.
like, I think it kind of like suggested you to make the right decision, but then some people, I guess, want to choose the other decision. Okay, that's
I
you,
swear,
man. You get the different
if
ending.
the right decision was to sacrifice a bunch of people just to save one person, then I would just
It's like
I'll
the
question
trolley.
why, you know?
Yeah, it's like the trolley problem, like numerics versus like, you know, morality and
Oh
cause and guilt and all
no,
that.
not this riddle. No.
Oh no, not the trolley one.
The trolley problem is
My
actually really
brain.
interesting, right? Because like
I
a
know
lot
people
of
ask me that.
You
people
brought
are like,
me into this podcast because of that. I remembered it.
Oh,
No.
I remember too.
yeah.
No. He's
Because
like,
a lot of
KK.
people are like, yeah, this is a very simple problem because like, you know, saving 3 people is better than saving 1 person, you know? Meanwhile, it's like at the same time you don't know either side, right? So there's so many permutations that people are like, yeah, but what if one of the sides is a dot? No, we don't know any of them. We know neither side, right? So then it's like, will you kill 3 people or will you no. Will you let 3 people die or will you kill 1 person to save them, right? Because letting people die and killing them are very different things, you know? Because then like if you're the one who flicked the switch and like kills that 1 person but saves the other 3, then you have done something, right? And like that's like one moral side. And then the other moral side, right, is if you let the other 3 people die, depending on how you think about things, right, your inaction could have killed those 3, or you can think of it as you haven't done anything wrong, right? And that is a moral question on that. You know, like while it's numerically correct to like kill the one person, it's like it's something that's very hard to think about in the moment. You know.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, what
It's
I
like
would
I
do,
want to
right?
save everybody, but it's not impossible. It's
What I would do,
impossible.
right, is I would let it go through the 3 people, then back up the trolley, and then go back the other way.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you, man?
Compromise.
But what
My
if the
head
other
to the
person, what if
director.
after you kill the other two, the other person is like freed?
Oh.
So you're gonna have to like chase them down if you wanna.
You like, get back here.
You gotta come back here. I'm not finished with you.
There can be no guilt if there is no witnesses.
Hey, if you think about it, we're the witnesses here. And chat.
Maybe,
That's
maybe.
We got heard.
We heard it. We'll use it against you in the court of law. Watch out.
Yeah, this is what stabbing in VR does to you.
Remember, kids, don't stab people in VR.
Exactly.
That's the moral lesson
That's the
of
moral-
that extreme.
That's hey, my friends, that is the moral truth, alright?
The moral
He
of Swords
said
of
it,
Gura,
boys.
right?
He said it.
The moral
He
of
said
Swords of
it.
Gura, the VR sword fighting game, right, is if someone is attacking you, stab them first.
What?
Okay, what?
Damn, son.
Oh, so like
How do you stab
basically.
someone first when they're attacking you? If you don't know they're gonna attack you, then how do you stab them?
Yeah, how do you know they're attacking you though?
Just get good.
Just get. Yeah, exactly. Jeez, guys.
Get
Just get good.
Easy.
Easy.
You really have to
Easy
like
game.
initiate like a
Easy
fighting
fight.
stance to know that they're gonna attack you.
You gotta have a sixth sense, I guess.
You just no. You just go around stabbing people until someone wants to attack you first. Easy.
What?
Don't
so
do
you
this.
cause the problem.
I don't cause violence, I'm sorry.
The only way to solve the problem is
Let's
to
get to
cause it.
actual games with actual morals. Have any of you guys played Cyber Sleuth?
No.
Sounds familiar.
Did
I
you
don't think I
want-
played it though. Well, yeah.
No.
Of course. We talked about. No, I've never heard of this game, Toylon.
Okay.
Yeah, me
Digimon,
neither.
what's that? Please explain.
Yeah, what's the context behind this? game?
So one of the missions in the game, right? This is a bit spoilery, but basically, this scientist, right, while performing this experiment with like this corporation, 6 kids fall into a coma, right? And then he wipes his own memory as well as the kids' memories, right? And then like time skip later, right? He's feeling some subconscious guilt because he doesn't remember the event, and we give him back his memories. He tells us like the story of like how like all these kids were like traumatized because of him, right? And then like there's a moral quandary between like, is it worth remembering memories that are like traumatizing, or is it better to wipe his own memories, right? And in that case, we both save his memories, right? But at the same time, afterwards, he's like, now that I've told you, my guilt should be less. So he asked to remove the memories again because before like the event, right, like losing his memories and all that, he was like a workaholic, right? But afterwards, he started like actually caring for his family and everything. So like there was like moral quandary between like what is the self, do memories make the person, as well as is it okay to sacrifice yourself for your family, which I thought was really interesting. At the same time, I would like him to be more useful to saving the world than he did, but that's neither here nor there.
I think I'd give him his memories.
Yeah,
Just
we
so
gave him
he
his
can-
memories, but he chose not to have them anymore, and I was like, yeah, okay, can't do anything.
Well, I still force him.
That's a sacrifice that he had to make.
Yeah, it's a sacrifice I had to make.
Here,
Stop him, like, no, you're leaving with your memories. I'm sorry, buddy.
can I use people nicknames in my channel? Maybe.
Can you?
Never mind. I will ignore that. But yeah.
What?
What? I didn't say anything. What?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Okay. Sydney Senpai, what are some morals from a story or like content or whatever that you've seen?
Shoot.
Like it can be from a songs too.
Morals. Shoot. Can I think a little
Morals,
bit?
messages.
I need
yeah.
a deep back. I need to dig deep for that
You
one.
had 45 minutes.
I didn't
man.
expect to think this hard today.
Bruh. Okay, we'll go to K and then we'll go to Starly and then back to you, Cindy. Okay.
No.
Yeah, we go back to
no.
Correct him, man.
No,
Correct
please,
him.
no.
Correct him.
Wait, what?
Okay, Kay, it's your turn. What's some media that like you've had like a moral or like philosophical or like message on you, I guess.
Yeah, it's mostly from I can't pronounce it, like Kyrgyz. I forgot.
Kyrgyzstan.
It's
Yeah,
just-
they're cool.
yeah,
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan. Yeah. Yes. They mainly made me think philosophy.
Science and
well,
philosophy. It's like it's partially
yeah.
science and partially philosophy.
Yes, because like my father, like he fucking loves aliens and stuff, like
Yeah.
and science and space. But like, I mostly try to dig deep down, like on everything about world, like the
Yeah.
world, like from like a particle.
Yeah.
I try to like dig that far, and I keep on rewatching it. I love it.
Cindy, why do you send why do you upload music to Twitter during the podcast?
What he did?
Because he's working.
Wait.
You uploaded a music video freestyle thing 7 minutes ago, Cindy.
Yo,
Okay, I'm gonna check it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, yeah, but
What if it was
Kyrgyzstan,
pre-recorded, bro?
I've also had a small moral, not moral, but philosophical stance on them. Like I
I don't
remember
think I can
watching
open
their,
up Twitch.
I remember watching their video Optimistic Nihilism. Have you watched that one? Optimistic Nihilism was
I
one,
might have. I don't know.
was one of their
Wait,
videos, right?
Not familiar.
Wait.
Yeah.
He explained it.
One of their videos talked about their own philosophy, right? Was called Optimistic Nihilism, and basically it talked about how their stance, like as like a channel about like philosophy and all that stuff. And basically it said that like that like even though the world is ultimately useless, right? Because nihilism, or like there's like no main meaning. Because of that, we get to make our own meaning, right? Because like unlike a lot of religions, there's no like higher calling, right? For them, who is like a science channel, right? For them, it's like instead of a higher calling, like like praising God or like like reaching nirvana or whatever, right? Or like wherever else you may like stand on that spectrum, right? Instead, for them, it's just making your own meaning, because like since there's no innate meaning to life, you can do whatever makes you happy or whatever fulfills you, right? Because that is the meaning of life, if everything is pointless, then the point is ourselves, because there is no other thing that dictates to us, yeah. Which makes me
That was
happy.
pretty deep, bro. That was deep.
Yeah, because I actually memorized part of their speech, or whatever.
Yo?
Something along the lines of, "We are the universe's thinking and feeling parts," and or something like that. I believe that was one of their lines, because we are, if everything else in the universe is dead, right? Because we're all dead things which make up like a living thing. If like let's say we're the only living things, right? Then we are like the only things in the universe which can feel, think, and give meaning to anything. And as such, we are our own, meaning givers, I guess.
I think bugs have feelings.
Yeah, they have. They
we
kind
all?
of do.
Wait, who has feelings?
Bugs.
Bugs?
Yeah.
I think
Do you
it's
know
been confirmed, yeah.
Do you know that if you put like the pheromone which dead ants give off onto an ant, they'll think they're dead and bring themselves to the burial site?
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that's crazy. I was
Yeah.
like,
I've never heard of that.
oh shoot.
I
Yeah.
don't think spiders are
What
that
kind of stuff
scary
is this?
unless it's a centipede.
Spiders are only scary if they're giant. If they're tiny, they're fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't
like,
know. If they're giant or like super poisonous. Those are the two.
Yeah.
Oh,
two.
the tiniest ones are scary for me because I think they're poisonous. Always.
I think the
colorful
ones are the
one
worst.
you gotta worry about is the
Colorful
Black
ones are the
Widow.
worst.
Yeah, the
true.
colorful ones are the worst.
I feel like if I had to pick a spider, to like keep around.
I think I had a brown recluse on my window.
Jumping spiders, because they're kind of cute.
Oh, the Brazilian jumping spiders? Oh no, they're scary. They're like
They're
hostile.
scary. No, I can look at them.
I only go for those that are not hostile spiders. Like Black Widows, they're not really that hostile.
But
Yes, they may be deadly, but yeah.
Yeah,
Black
it's
Widow in my
usually just
garage.
it's usually just accidents that people get like
The centipede. No, not the centipede.
oh my god, not the centipede. I hate this. I hate this.
Centipedes are actually scary. I'm not lying. Centipedes are scary.
They're pretty creepy.
No, I've seen centipedes kill spiders. Like even a brown recluse get killed by
that's
a
crazy.
normal house centipede, man.
Sign, why is your name
Pretty
Sign
crazy.
Senpai anyways? Like what brought you to the name?
Sine, cosine, tangent.
It was quick maths, man.
Yeah, sine waves. Sine waves, man.
Yeah, but why?
Oh,
why
yeah,
sine
sine
waves?
waves.
That's a real question. Like, does it have like any particular meaning to you, or?
Not really. Not really in a particular way. I'm a senpai that way. What the fuck is that?
Senpai waves, bro.
Yo, yes, I'm a senpai that way.
Aren't sounds
What does that mean?
just waves in the air?
The senpai waves? No. Heck nah.
Yeah, you breathe in that air, you get that feeling of Sign Senpai.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
You breathe and inhale it.
yeah, I breathe and inhale it. It's my doctrine. It's my Bible.
Senpai of waves.
Have any of you
Seen
guys-
it.
You live and die by the sign, bro.
His name is Sine X because that's the wave.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
How many of you guys have played No Man's Sky?
Nah.
I think it's just
play
you,
with
bro.
Pepe.
It's just you.
No,
Okay.
it's him and Pepe. It's him and Pepe.
Moral,
Yeah.
what game do you play?
I don't really play anything, dude. I just play.
play
Vegas
Minecraft.
Stuff, bro. I don't even have Minecraft though. I don't even have it.
Damn, you got
Minecraft's
Minecraft?
fun.
Starly,
But
what kind
Minecraft
of
Pocket
Uh,
Edition.
what Starly, it's your turn. What kind of morals do you have?
So I thought about it. I really set on it. And I couldn't really come up with something deep. Deep morals, I guess, but this is gonna be cheesy as fuck, but
Go for
I
it.
guess-
Go for it.
I guess when I play the Pokemon games, there's like some like morals here and there, like super
Oh,
tiny.
I remember all the morals I learned from Digimon.
Yeah,
I mean
so-
Pokemon.
It's kind of like
Digimon, bro.
Pets are replaceable. That was the moral I learned from Pokemon. Pets are replaceable.
no, that is not it. It's
I mean, not in Nuzlocke, bro. They die once, they're gone.
Nah. If you catch a Starly in like zone 1 or whatever with like that's level 5, if they're not
Zone
strong
1.
enough to fight like the bigger Pokemon, replace them. Put them in the
you
box
are
and never look at them
horrible.
again.
Wow.
You're a Pokemon character from the anime.
You're like the NPC rival. Like in Pokemon
He's
games.
Paul from the anime. Y'all ever watched the Sinnoh anime? It's probably just me, but
You know?
He-
No,
he-
I watched it. Oh yeah,
he
yeah,
caught-
no,
yeah, he caught the
Eddie purple
Starlies.
hair dude. Yeah.
yeah, he caught the Starlies and they didn't have any perfect IVs or something, and he released them.
You know what I would do if I was
man.
in the Pokemon world? I would sit around Zone 1, keep grinding the level 5 Pokemon for years on end until my Pokemon's high level, and then I would trample every.
But it would take you forever because it gets to a point where your
No.
Pokemon's like super over leveled.
No. Don't worry about it.
Starly. The problem with that, right? The problem with
Aren't
that is
gonna do
in the
anything.
real Pokemon world, there are no battle screen cutscenes, right? I can just tell my Pokemon, hey, you're strong enough now. Run through the forest and kill everything you see.
But the thing is, are you in the
Oh yeah.
are you in the
seen it. Or
anime
not seen it,
continuity or are you like in the game continuity? Because
No,
you can be in the Pokemon game
Yeah.
and make it be real life, but you would still have to follow the game rules.
Yeah, if I was
Oh,
in the game,
yeah,
rules, it would be still fairly easy, you know?
Toy is basically the main protagonist for I've been
Your
killing slime
idea,
for
it would
300
take-
years.
It would take a while to do that though.
I mean, his idea kind of sounds like Pokemon Unite, dude.
Yeah, He just
Pokemon,
you're overleveled. Kill them all. Kill all these Pokemon.
Chat names, right?
Yeah, just don't get him a champ. Don't get him a watch
Funny
out.
enough, guns do exist
Run
in the
away.
Pokemon world. Funny
'Cause
enough,
at that
guns
point-
do exist in the Pokemon world.
They do. They do have.
Wait, wasn't there like a Pokemon episode? Like they
Yeah, it
had
was
like
banned. It was
the
banned.
characters didn't have
Yeah.
guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. That episode was banned because of the guns, but there was another episode
Oh yeah.
that had guns in it and it wasn't banned.
Oh, God.
which is like,
Yeah, there's like memes about that.
Were the guns? Oh, wait. Starly, you're a Pokemon fan, right? Were the guns actually useful against Pokemon, or were they like useless?
The thing is, they never like actually used the gun. They just used it as like a threat, like I'm gonna shoot you, but then that's as far as they went. It was just a
Okay.
threat. It was
Okay.
never fired or anything. So
Actually,
it could have just been a prop gun for all we know.
Because
Like-
like if guns are a threat to Pokemon, right? Then
I
like
think it could be a threat to some Pokemon.
Mm.
Like they are just animals.
check general.
Kind of at the
I
at the
would
end
I
of
would
the
pull
day.
up with this Digimon right here into the
fine.
Pokemon
No,
world.
you're not.
Well, you're in the
yeah,
Pokemon
that one, I know
universe.
it.
Digimon don't exist in the
Bro, you
Pokemon
can't
universe.
transfer Digimon
Okay,
to
okay.
Pokemon.
Who do you
That's
think would win?
absurd.
Pokemon World versus Digimon World?
Obviously Digimon because they got
Nah,
Stuff like
I'm going to Yu-Gi-Oh! World and bring out Exodia.
Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Exodia just obliterate all your
Obliterate
partners.
Digimon, bro.
Funny thing, right, is that we
I'll
do
just
have a
forfeit
Pheromon, I
before we
believe.
fight. Leo,
What?
I believe we have like Egyptian like Digimon as well.
Nah, Exodia was so kick your butt, man.
Egyptian.
Nobody beats Exodia.
We have Anubis.
Nobody beats Exodia, man.
What is Exodia's powers?
Instantly
Obliterate.
wins around.
It's an instant win condition, man.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
very
God.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Digimon we also have the Pharaoh.
But
Killed.
Exodia is like an instant.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
a,
just-
That's true, but you need to be able to
Yeah.
pull the cards. Like in the Yu-Gi-Oh world, you actually need to be able to pull out the cards with like actual deck rules. And
so
everything, you know?
so this way we gotta burn all the cards to be.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
God.
That's all the way you get.
assuming you're drawing the cards as fast as you can, right? The Digimon would just shoot the
I like
user.
Digimon and Pokemon.
Just get the pot of greed, bro.
Sorry.
Got 2 more cards.
From what I can tell,
What does Pot
right?
of Greed do, guys? What does Pot of Greed do?
From what I can tell, right?
Jump to the
Low
best.
2
tier,
extra cards, right?
on the low tier, I think a Digimon would absolutely stomp Pokemon, right? But in the high tier, that's where like the questions sprout up, right? Because you have like the God of Time, right? Dialga. You have like
Yeah.
space time and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And
I used to
Yeah,
watch
Because
this
then it
kind of
gets complicated
Digimon.
because that's like
I
it's like
didn't
when
know what
you-
the hell Pokemon was.
It's like when you get all like Goku, Naruto, Luffy, like who could be who? Well, like they in their universe they might be the strongest, but then you put them together, it's kind of hard because the scaling just goes crazy. Because
honestly,
maybe
from what I've
Naruto could-
seen, I think from like a straight fight, like from like the movie and everything, Digimon would probably win, right? Because like the movie,
I agree.
Digimon, the movie Pokemon are drastically nerfed, right? Because like in the movie, right?
I feel like in the movie
There's a
they're
bunch of
way-
legendaries that lose to Pikachu.
No, that's in the anime.
tomorrow,
That's in
he's
the
not
main.
whack.
Pikachu's unbeatable,
I
bro.
know in the movie, I think the legendaries are like actually super powered.
Decently
Like,
strong, but like
heck
they're
yeah.
they're still touchable by like regular Pokemon,
Well, not
you
as
could be
much, cause like I don't think in the movie many Pokemon really like do like like super damage against the main legendary in the movie.
Yeah.
Compared to like if a legendary shows up in the anime, then it can get fucked up and beat up by Pikachu.
One of the one of the powers of one of the stronger god type Digimon, right, is literally being unable to get damaged ever. That's his power. That's his main power. Also being able to create the world. So like I feel like at that level it would just be a stalemate for both sides, right? Because like,
I think at that point it's just a stalemate and then it's the draw at that point.
Yeah. Well, if I'm adding in like game rules, I would say Digimon would probably win because it's a 6v. Digimon never 1v1. It's always a 3v1 minimum.
3v1.
Yeah. Like in
Oh
all
yeah,
Cyber Sleuth,
I think
it's
the
always a 3v1.
maximum Pokemon battles is 3.
Yeah.
So,
But in Cyber
I think
Sleuth,
game
every
rules-
single battle is a multi battle.
So yeah,
And also we do see them attacking trainers. We see them
attacking.
attacking trainers a lot, and also stealing
do
their
they?
organs.
Nice.
Digimon is dark, man.
I'm
Yeah, that's why. Digimon is really dark compared to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon's like the
Pokemon.
most peaceful one, and then you go to Digimon realm. Oh no! Oh!
I remember
'Cause-
one of the first movie, I believe, one of the morals was about abuse and abandonment, like as a child, right? Because one of the Digimon was abandoned, right? So it becomes corrupted over time, and due to like abandonment issues and trust issues and all that, right? It it rages and starts being like the antagonist, but instead of like killing them, right, like a lot of stories would do, right, we get like a redemption arc for them, which I'm pretty happy about, we also
I was gonna say there's this quote from the first Pokemon movie that says
is
that
this
the
one
circumstances. Yes, me too. This is his quote.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, one's birth is irrelevant. It's what you do with the gift of life,
Yeah.
which determines who you are. Which I think is a nice little moral message out there.
Yeah. Starly, have you played the new Pokemon?
I'm playing it right now.
How many
which
evolutions
one?
Not
do
as we speak, but
Which one?
Like right now.
right now, right? This
Which one?
moment.
Which one did you get, Diamond or Pearl? Which one?
I got Diamond.
I got
I really got
Diamond.
How many stages of evolution do Pokemon have? It's like 3, right? Like, it's always 3,
it's
right?
3,
Usually
And
it's 3,
then-
some have 2.
and then there's like temporary evolutions, but it's temporary. It doesn't
Digimon
last that long.
have all Digimon
I know
have
Digimon go crazy.
6 evolutions and then multiple
Six?
evolutions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that sounds about
baby,
right.
baby 2, also known as fresh and in training for US.
Is it rookie like the
Rookie,
like
yeah.
the
Rookie, champion, ultimate, mega.
Oh no!
And
Why
also-
is that scaring me?
Also, every Digimon is canonically immortal unless you eat their data. like every Digimon gets reincarnated as data again eventually because it mirrors
eventually, yeah.
like how like you get overridden or whatever, right, by like your hard drive, right? However, you can't eat the data, which is fun. And then also Digimon are very interesting because they have multiple evolution paths and also armor evolutions as well as crest evolutions, as well as fusions as well. You know how like some
Fusions,
Pokemon
yeah.
have like the lore where like like Slowbro, right, where he's like 2 Digimon or whatever, right? Or
yeah, it's 2 Pokemon. Yeah.
Digimon is basically the same there. It's basically the same except they're like fused instead of just like some random dude biting your ass.
Just there.
Yeah.
Doesn't really contribute much.
Yeah, I felt like some Pokemon episode. It's like there's like some trainers that there's like his brothers like they're trying to like force the kid to like evolve his Eevee, but it's like they want to evolve it. They want to keep it as Eevee.
Yeah.
I remember that episode.
Yeah, I remember. There's some morals there.
Yeah, I think the same episode where Pikachu gets defeated by Lieutenant Surge, and Lieutenant Surge is like, you should evolve your Pikachu.
Yeah, you should
Like,
buy it too. It's like nah.
Nah.
You know-
Yeah, he thought about it too.
If Team
He did
Rocket
think-
wants to really be evil, do you know what they need to do? They need to get a bag of
Take over the government.
electric stones, right, and just start tossing at Pikachu, or like just.
But they want Pikachu as Pikachu. They don't want him as a right.
They want Pikachu as Pikachu. Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. They only want it as Pikachu.
Why though?
Yeah, exactly.
Because apparently it's.
Team Rocket would be evil if they just get a gun and just
Honestly,
shoot down
Pikachu,
Ash.
Ash's
The
Pikachu scale is really high for a normal Pikachu,
Oh no, Ash's Pikachu. I think definitely
Ash
is the
Pikachu is
strongest
special to
Pokemon
them,
out of all his Pokemon. Even as like his special ninja or whatever.
Yeah,
Or whatever. His It's like Ash Greninja. I think that's more.
Yeah, Ash Greninja. Yeah.
People think that's the strongest Pokemon that he has, but it's definitely Pikachu. Pikachu, like
it's Pikachu, bro.
Digimon aren't super
I think Pikachu's
strong.
the only Pokemon that has racked up against legendary Pokemon.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Besides Charizard.
This Digimon just
More
has a gun.
Digimon.
This Digimon just
Yes.
has a gun. Yeah, Mummy
Dude,
Mon.
I didn't Digimon have guns, bro. The heck?
It just seems like it, I guess. Yeah, they
A
just.
lot of Digimon have guns, and then you know.
Oh my god. That's what Exodia means, bro. Oh my god. The funniest one is the Pilot Green one that signposted.
Bro, this Exodia with the Sasuke beats everyone. Specifically that.
Oh, that's true.
Honestly, Greninja would 100% stomp this Digimon though. Like Greninja would 100% stomp. What is it? Let me post. Well, I want it. Let me post. Control. Let me paste.
You've been
There
posting
you
too
go.
much, bro.
Here you go. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Ninja.
Yeah, Greninja would obviously.
Yeah.
This one looks little.
Greninja would
What
stomp.
the heck is that?
Oh yeah,
Greninja
like
would
we should
stomp.
definitely slap this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ask Ninja then.
Yeah.
Ash, oh yeah.
What does
Ask
it evolve
Greninja.
into?
Ash, not Ash.
And then I was like, yo, we're gonna talk to him.
Ask
Ask
Greninja.
Greninja.
I'm gonna
It's an
I'm gonna
Ash,
talk
bro.
to him.
Oh no. And then it evolves to this thing.
That is so
What the
weird.
heck?
See,
That's so weird,
that's
bro.
the thing about
What?
Digimon.
Wait,
Like,
dude, wait,
I feel like
hold
a
on.
bunch of Digimon just like branching into each other.
Oh,
and
it's just like,
it's wild at some point.
It was wild, yeah.
And
Bro, that
what
looks
could
like-
also
Well, I
involve
feel like
this
Nintendo.
for Pokemon, you can see like
Ah.
Do
the
you think Greninja
progression.
could beat this thing? Do you think Greninja could beat this thing?
I think.
wait, is this Cloud from Undertale? I'm kidding.
Is that Flowey from Undertale? It's my favorite boss.
Oh,
Undertale also has some good morals.
it can toss
Yeah.
these flowers on its like arms as shurikens, by the way, and those shurikens do bite people. It's
I
not
feel
that
like-
strong.
Maybe, yeah, I feel like maybe could be. Because I know Ash's Greninja beat
Wait.
a grass type.
Yeah.
I was like super strong against it, so I think it's this shot. This battle is so cool. The animation. So.
Digimon can send nukes to the USA.
I think the only Pokemon that could do that would be Rotom.
Yeah.
Because he's plasma and he can like take control of any
Electric device.
electronic. Yeah.
I feel like Rotom has a problem with that because does he go into like the interwebs? Because like when he goes to the interwebs out.
I think there's times that he does, but it's not really like expanded upon. Like we don't know how much Rotom can
And
influence
that's
the
interesting. 'Cause,
internet.
like
and
if
stuff.
Rotom can actually like hack, right, then he's easily top tier Digimon. I mean Pokemon, you know?
I think there's been episodes where it showed him like hack like the internet and stuff, but I don't know how far his power goes into the hacking the internet.
Eventually, if you keep going down the ninja evolution path, you can get to Queen Flower thingy.
Crazy.
Hey, your Queen Flower has no match for a science flamethrower, bro.
Funny enough, she actually has a gun under her sleeve. One of her skills is actually one of her skills is actually called a ballot gun, which just shoots things out of her sleeves. Like she has guns under her sleeves. It's great.
Nah, the flamethrower though is still kick his butt.
Flamethrower will kick the
Well, you
butt.
gotta have some padding on it, because
also-
Senna gets shot by
Also,
one
she can
bullet.
do
It's like weird.
chemical warfare too. She
Oh,
has
that's how we are. That's our rap.
Oh, now I'm scared. We're doomed now.
No, she has a skill,
Once you
right,
bring out
called-
the chemical warfare, it's out.
yeah.
Yeah,
She
rip
has
Mother
a skill
Nature,
which
bro.
like steals your life and also like like enthralls you. So that would be like what for Pokemon? What would
Joke's on her, I don't have no life.
I don't got a soul, bro.
I got nothing.
Wait. What is
You
the
just float-
strongest
you just
Pokemon
float,
you can
right?
think of? Like what is the strongest Pokemon like lore wise?
like top tier.
Top
Blue
tier.
Eyes,
Like,
White Dragon.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
It would either be
The Blue Eyes Ultimate
Arceus
Dragon.
or Ultra Necrozma. Those are the the two.
Okay.
Like
Oh, I
what
should
that's
get
like
there.
Arceus
that's
is
as
like
high as
send Arceus's lore in like the Discord. We'll debate this
I'll
out.
try.
And isn't it like a copy pasta or something?
The
Like,
strongest
like the
Pokemon
gods?
versus the strongest Digimon.
Cause
Nah, the strongest
his lore
Pokemon
is he created the Pokemon universe. He's
You know
God,
how you guys
basically.
have a
That's
Digimon
his,
which like acts as God?
yeah.
There's a
Oh.
legit Digimon god.
Yes, there's a Digimon called God.
Yeah.
Well,
God.
No way.
is
That is
God.
God.
Wait,
Tommy.
God?
No, we're not capping. We're not
God,
capping.
hello?
That's his real name. That's
Just God.
that's
Just
God.
God.
This is the god of Pokemon, bro. This is the god.
That's a terrible weapon moral stuff.
I think we won. I think God actually killed him.
No,
I don't
this is
know.
God, bro.
I don't know, man. Just Bidoof being Bidoof. It already won.
Dude, bro.
Oh, okay. So,
Bro, this
so
is
we
Beedoo's
want
actual-
something that can actually be tiered to Arceus, right? We have King Drazil, which is like, a literal like, a server. He runs like the entire digital world, right? He has like, like hundreds of clone of like these guard things which are like super powerful, right? And then he's also a giant ass tree at the same time, right? He's the entire world pretty much, right? And then most importantly, right? Give me a second. He can also turn into a cute anime girl.
You love this.
Yo, yo.
Easy win. Easy
I don't
win for
think
us.
we have a. I don't think
Easy win for
Arceus
us.
can turn into a little girl. Huh? Yeah, I don't think that's in the lore. I think yeah, Arceus is he's a god. He created everything. He can be every type at once or whatever.
That's actually a normal thing in Digimon. There's a type called Free, which is completely outside of the type circle, so it has like advantage against, or no, not advantage. It has
Some
neutrality.
Digimons are
against
just
everything.
humanoids, like legit
Oh
humanoids.
yeah, 100%.
I fucking love Digimon because of like how humanoid some of them are compared to Pokemon.
I don't
Pokemon,
like
I
when
just
Pokemon
consider
get
them as
humanoid.
pets, you know.
When Pokemon get humanoid, it gets weird. I'm like,
Digimon can be weird sometimes, man. Digimon has some interesting scenes.
Yes. Interesting scenes.
Let me get one of them up. Where is it? What is it called?
Do you guys recognize these monsters here?
Easily can beat God. Easily can beat God.
It
Easy.
seems familiar.
Kolioko, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was
that
wondering.
was a good show. That was a good show.
That was a great show, yeah.
Here.
No, the theme song's a banger though.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an actual scene from Pokemon. I mean Digimon. This is
I was like, I gotta remember this in Pokemon.
this is an actual scene from Digimon. Oh, by the way, she's like a demon lord or whatever.
Bro, did you not know this is a Christian podcast, bro?
She looks like that girl from
Let this.
What her name? She's like a.
There was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing learned about Digimon.
Oh, by the way,
Definitely
Gabumon was put on a cross for our sins. No. He was actually crucified on like in the show. Like this is an actual scene from the show. Give me a second.
Yeah, which god do you pray to, dude?
These are actual scenes from the show.
Dude,
is this the older one or is this the newer one?
This is the older one.
Oh my god.
I'm so surprised they got away with this.
Right?
They were able to get away with this.
At least it tied them up. At least they didn't nail him to the cross.
What the hell is? Oh my god! Oh,
They were
I
trying to
remember
nail
this.
it to the cross.
The resurrection of God, dude.
They were
This should
trying
happen.
to crucify.
This should have been
How did they
in,
get away with
in
that?
the anime. I don't know how.
Like really get away with that.
We must say is
I mean, this was when was it? Early '90s when this came out. don't
Yeah,
think
people in the 90s, they lack more.
Oh, by the way, there's also a literal Lucifer mod.
1999.
it's like
Well,
early
I'm
2000s, maybe. I don't know.
It's like kind of early 2000s, yes. And I did watch that as a kid.
It was a fun
I did
scene.
not. Good thing.
Also,
I'm like, what is that?
Lucifer is canon in Digimon.
Love to see it. I think we do have a.
Oh
we do
yeah.
have like a demon. Oh, he's not strong though. He's not that strong.
Which demon Pokemon is he?
It's Giratina.
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 So his main power is just being able to hide in a giant hole, like other dimension, right? That's his like main power.
Yeah, he's been banished to the distortion world. It's everything what the regular is, but everything is like flipped.
Giratina's kind of stupid. Like he banished him to the one world which he has control of and like is able to teleport between. You know, like
No. The thing was like he's canonically he's not supposed to like he's like stuck in that world. In like games, you can like take him out of that world, but I like canonically he's supposed to like only stay in that world. This is his only space.
yeah.
Where he can exist and whatever.
That was
wait.
deep, bro.
Let me find one of
That was deep,
our
bro.
our
deep, bro.
Digimon. There's
Hey, shiny Giratina is pretty dope though. I like the.
Shiny
Oh.
Giratina looks really good.
Shiny King is
Oh
I like
no.
Yeah, I have
Remember
shiny
this scene?
Giratina in a Pokemon Go.
it. Let's go.
I hate how they recommended me monkey stuff. Like, what the hell?
Neo Devimon.
Bro, every time we look at monkeys,
Wasn't he the main villain of season 1, or was that someone?
Something like that, I think. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yo,
Literally,
return to
literally
monkey.
something.
Oh
Some-
no,
some monkey?
that's normal Devimon. That's normal Devimon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And this is a.
and then we have
performance is-
Satan right here. We have literally Satan.
bro, I can't look at monkeys the same way ever again, dude.
I can't.
Because usually every like NFT thing's like a freaking monkey.
Oh yeah. Also, one of my favorite Digimon. One of my
This
favorite
is looking at
Digimon
NFT.
is have you guys seen Belzamon?
Yeah.
It's a Digimon with a gun.
Pokemon, oh god.
Beautiful.
Oh no, don't tell me another Digimon with a gun. No.
What? Wow, Digimon with guns.
As always.
Wow.
Digimon
Digimon with guns?
That's crazy.
Wow,
was
I would
never
never
really-
expect this Digimon with 2 guns.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
you thought he
can't
had one
believe
gun?
This
No,
is
he had two.
inconceivable, bro.
Oh, and he also canonically owns a motorbike.
Don't you love it when you're
Dude,
digitalized?
not gonna lie,
Yeah, Digimon
badass.
drive? What?
Badass Digimon.
Yeah, no, he's one of my favorite Digimon. Just because his character arc is really good. His character arc is so good. Because it does a bunch of stuff with like abuse, abandonment, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That then
Watch Tamers.
I
Please
understand.
Watch Tamers. Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a good arc. That was a really good arc. And then you know like the Power Rangers, how they can fuse into like what is it? Megazord. Right?
Gundam.
Megazord,
Megazord,
yeah.
right?
Gundam.
All the demon lords can fuse to become a giant spider with hands.
Nice.
I love that.
Catch these hands.
There's these.
Wait, which hands? All of them?
All of it,
Yes.
All of them.
bro. What do you think? Come on.
Okay, let me send the lore. Oh, it has 7 legs. Oh, interesting. So it's better than a spider.
Oh, wow.
It literally eats sins. It's
Is that it?
yeah. That's about
Yeah,
it.
that's. She eat all
Does
the
it kill you if it eats your sins, or you just like
it can
cured?
literally atone for all of our sins. It's Jesus.
It's Jesus. It's the
Incarnation Digimon.
it's
Yeah.
Jesus, but if he was
Super
evil, if he was
Seven
that-
legs. Not even 8 legs. 7 legs.
Okay, so if it even
Better,
if the
dude.
enemy even has like a tiny bit of evil in them, you cannot defeat this Digimon. So like, do you have
Yeah.
any like
Nanatsu no Taizai.
totally not evil Digimon? I mean Pokemon.
I mean, you know what's funny? The dark type in Japanese
Yeah.
Translates to evil.
Okay, so dark types are completely weak against it.
Yeah,
Okay, do you have
yeah.
any Pokemon without like any hint of like evil or malice in them?
I'm trying to think.
Oh,
I think it just depends. I think most
Fun
dark
fact.
types are like the main ones that are really like
Yeah.
portrayed as villains, but I think it just depends how the Pokemon grows up.
No,
To
all
environment.
Pokemon are no.
But wasn't that one like Celebi movies that you catch these Pokemon with like some dark ball and they become evil?
That was Coliseum, right? No.
No. It was like it's
no.
some Pokemon movie with Celebi.
Oh, that was cause the one that caught Celebi in like the dark
Starry.
ball or something.
Starry.
Oh yeah, the dark
Yeah.
ball.
Did you know that there's
I don't know, but Sweet Pea was in that
Pokemon
movie too.
came from some yokais from Japanese folklore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
there's a
know.
lot. There's so
Yeah.
many. There's
I
so
think
many.
I think Drowsy is based off of one of a yokai. Dream eating.
Like Raichu
yeah,
is
Raichu. Is
basically God's belly
thunder.
button thunder thingy.
Yeah.
Kisune, there's so many Kisunes.
Yeah.
So many lucky cats, sly cats.
I know.
Lucky Cat.
It's not. I don't know if this is a yokai, it's more a legend. I know Magikarp is based on
I love Japanese folklore, even if it's scary.
It's like a salmon. Whoever jumps over this bridge, they become a dragon or something.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
Magikarp
Oh, that's
is based on.
Magikarp, right?
Yeah.
Magikarp beat Splash.
Magikarp.
This is one of my favorite Digimon. This is one of my favorite
Tackle!
Digimon.
Wait, shoot.
No, Splash. Splash again.
Splash again. Hopefully do something this time.
Like harder, splash harder, magic.
Wait! Didn't Ina in her Pokemon streams she used the Magikarp versus Magikarp?
Yeah, she used the Magikarp versus Magikarp strategy, which is funny.
that was legendary.
I like how the cat turns into Angel Woman. I think that's her Digi, her evolution. It's so funny. It's so weird.
Oh, wait, I need to show you guys a video after stream. Alright. But yes, like this Digimon's gun on its back is a actual cannon. It's electric. It also does chemical warfare. An
actual cannon. Nuclear warfare.
Yeah, so it has.
Yeah, what does this Digimon teach the kids?
What is Pokemon gonna do against this, man? What is Pokemon gonna do against this?
I mean, Digimon teaches the kids that guns are okay. That's wrong.
That's
immoral.
Yeah, Digimon is immoral.
Digimon is the most American anime from Japan ever.
And
most American anime from Japan. Yes.
Too many guns.
I'm not wrong, am I? Okay. I think this is a good place to end the stream because we're way over time now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. You need to tell me about some of your favorite Pokemon.
Digimon's good.
Before we end the stream, what is some of your favorite Pokemon?
Favorite Pokemon? Well, of course, Starly line,
Starly line is the worst line. I hate that line.
Nah.
Dude, shut up, man.
No.
Starly
Starly
is
bird. Oh wait, was Starly? No. I think it was one of the other ones, but I remember really liking my first not Staraptor. What is the Gen 3 flying bird? Yeah. What?
Yeah. Tailo.
Yeah.
Tailo, yeah.
Yeah, Swellow was amazing just because it made me have to walk way less.
I guess.
Man, okay, one of the things I really hate about modern generation Pokemon, right, is how they give Charizard like two like X and Y evolutions and also like like the first Mega and everything, right? But then they don't give anything to like Squirtle and Bulbasaur. That's kind of BS,
No, that's what I know people are complaining about that with Sword and Shield release. Because Charizard was the only Kanto starter in there, and you got the Gigantamax.
Yeah.
And be like, oh my god, Charizard, I'm tired of Charizard.
Yeah.
So I think
they must really like Charizard.
They like
Charizard isn't like it is like it's from a design standpoint because they were obviously made to be like mirrors of each other, right? Where they were all like balanced or whatever, right? Because like grass beats water, water beats fire, fire beats grass, right? But then now fire just beats everything.
No,
it's like
favoritism, bro.
Because they did give Squirtle and or Venusaur and Blastoise, Gigantamax was like.
I mean, that's Mega Evolutions too.
Yeah, they did. They did get
all the
two.
way.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
dude,
We need to have a battle between Charizard, which is like, you know, our hallmark of Pokemon, right? And Agumon,
Yeah.
which is obviously Charizard's counterpart, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so first form Digimon I think would get stomped because they're useless.
Oh yeah. Can't they only blow bubbles? Right?
Yeah.
That's their only
It'd be like that, man.
Yeah, all it's okay, absolutely stomped by Charmander, right? Okay. Second phase, Koromon. Koromon.
Is that a
He's
cat?
still stunned, right? Because he still blows bubbles, right?
Yeah, he still blows bubble, but he also can bite, and also the bubbles are poisonous. I still think he would get stomped though. Also, the bubbles have acid in them too. Yeah, still get stomped, right? Agumon. I
The Agumon versus Charmeleon. I think that's a good.
no, I think against Charmander, I think Charmander would still win because he has a wider skill set. Because this guy only has, you know, bite and like fire breath, right? Meanwhile, Agumon, I would say, definitely has a stronger skill set here, you know? Because he has a lot more variety in his moves, and I think they're comparable strength-wise, you know?
Oh yeah.
I think Agumon has personality.
Well, yeah, because he can talk. Because he can talk, he has his own personality. That's right.
I mean, Meowth can talk too.
Okay.
I just think Charizard is just a mere pet, you know? Agumon is just not that person.
Just Agumon.
So after Agumon is Greymon, and I think this stomps to being just slightly weaker than either a Charizard or being equal to Charizard, you know?
I could see.
But can it fly though?
Maybe equal.
Yeah.
Can it
Because,
fly?
it can't fly actually.
Then it loses automatically.
That's true. No, but it can't
Yeah.
shoot. It can't shoot fire breath out of his mouth still.
So can Charizard. I think they
Can it jump like hundreds and hundreds of feet?
I think it ties. I think they tie. Charizard and Greymon tie.
It doesn't need to jump hundreds of feet because let me send an image real quick. Oh wait. This is its scale to buildings. It's the size of buildings. It's the size of buildings.
Well, wasn't that a special
Yeah.
What is it, Gigantamax or what
This
is
is the
this?
first movie. This is the first movie.
I know regularly he's definitely smaller than
He's larger than
Greymon, right?
Okay,
Wait,
let me
it's
try to find him.
Gigantamax, dude.
I think Ty's Greymon is a
Yeah, let me
Sure.
find
Oh,
Ty's
man.
Greymon scaled with everything else. He's like the size of tree trunks, more or less. I think this is a better scaling, but even with like his breath and everything, he's still pretty massive, you know?
Yeah, he's still big, yeah.
I think this could be an
You know,
even battle, but I would still give it to
I think-
Charizard. I would still give it to Charizard because, yeah, you know?
Yeah.
But since this is a I think a Charmeleon is obviously already out of the picture.
Oh yeah, no, Charmeleon isn't like.
I don't know, man.
Charmeleon is like the ugly evolution phase, you know? Charmeleon's like the ugly evolution phase.
Well, it's because it's the.
Yeah, why is he getting the hate? though?
I guess the baby teenager adult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Charmeleon's just like the one evolution no one likes. Cause like
I like Charmeleon.
Okay,
I actually like
Really?
I
think
I think this guy would beat Charizard easy.
Charizard. Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, just that. That one's another story.
Yeah,
but
no,
the
this
other
is-
one
Yeah.
is it's like a
When-
it's like a wannabe.
When do you
Marowak
want
or
to
something.
make evolve Charizard?
Can he beat Charizard X or Y though? That's the real question.
I think he'll have a harder time against X. Maybe. I think Y. He'll probably win against Y. Either he wins or he ties with Y.
Y is the yellow
Yeah,
flying one, right?
Norman's the regular one.
Yeah,
and
he's
then
the
X
less cool
will
one.
be- Yeah.
Yeah.
Only what we just tell of it.
Yeah, we're an hour, we're 30 minutes over already. We're fine.
Yeah.
Charizard
Yeah.
X is very interesting because I feel like he has a lot more mobility than Metal Greymon would have.
I think he does, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that we get to Omni Greymon, or not Omni Greymon, but War Greymon, which
War Greymon, yeah.
he's now fully metallic. He has wings on his max, which works as
Yeah.
shields, and he also has giant ass claws and everything else.
Yeah, I think this is when he starts racking up wins.
Oh, and he can also form a spirit bomb. He literally has a
Yeah.
spirit bomb.
What?
and he also can create a tornado by just spinning.
Uh-huh.
And
Dang.
he also has a
Spirit bomb's
skill
like
called
pretty-
Dragon Killer.
Dragon killed.
Dragon-
Yeah, no.
Wait, can it kill the blue eyes
Mega
white
Charizard
dragon
X
though?
dead.
Can it kill blue eyes white dragon though?
Funny enough, right? The Dramon line is actually supposed to be anti-dragon type because like they're dragon humans, right? But they're also dragon hunters. So he has three different skills which are targeting dragons. I know Charizard isn't dragon type, right? But like,
I know.
I mean, Charizard X is the dragon
the
type.
dragon. So
okay, so
definitely
Charizard X would get taken out of the picture here then.
Taken out right here.
Okay, what about Mega Charizard though?
Mega Y?
I mean, like,
I don't know.
I
Or do
mean,
you
like,
are you talking about Gigantamax? The big-
Gigantamax, yeah.
I think this is where Gigantamax kind of starts
Evening it out.
getting back. Yeah, it starts evening it out.
Wait, would Gigantamax Charizard beat X and Y Charizard or no?
Oh yeah, for sure. They definitely beat those. Gigantamax definitely. I feel like they beat them.
Let's go War Greymon with the Spirit Bomb.
You have Charizard now.
These are canonical, by the way. This is a canonical move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then I think probably the evolution after this would definitely probably beat all the Charizard. So like at the end level, I think Digimon is stronger, but at the starting level, Pokemon is probably stronger.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
Yeah.
low level Pokemon seem competent all around, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, low level Digimon are kind of useless, mainly because they can reincarnate.
Yeah. And they just blow bubbles, right? That's usually their main attacking point.
Yeah.
No bubbles.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, canonically, Omnimon has a giant crotch plate.
Wait, what?
Oh, please don't say that.
Bruh, why? Why do you have to know that? That's hers, bro.
This is
Not
his,
in front of my food.
look at this is his actual toy design. Look at the toy design.
Stop looking. Oh my god, no.
Do you think Charizard can beat this guy? Do you think?
No,
No way. No,
I think this is
Charizard can't
where
beat him.
Charizard starts losing. Yeah.
This is a canonical scale of him, by the way, if you guys are wondering. Humans are tiny in comparison.
I know.
Yes.
I know Gigantamax Pokemon, they're like hella big.
I
They're
think he's the same size as a Gigantamax easily, but
Is
I
he?
think he's a lot stronger. You know?
I think we made Charizard were aiming for the crotch
This is
first.
11:33 p.m.
91
I'm dip to make
Okay, he
it.
might be a bit smaller then.
Yeah.
He might be a
Might be
bit.
a little bit smaller.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go as well.
I think he's stronger.
Yeah, I have to
though.
make
Okay.
Din-Din.
I know he's definitely sure.
Let's rate everyone.
You rate,
I'll get
rate
that.
someone, and then
Alright, that's great. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll just stay for it. But I have to go after. Okay.
Wait.
I
How
gotta
should
go
we
get
rate?
dinner after this.
How many people do we have? 4 people.
4.
Wait, hold on. I'm opening up stream because I have
I'm
so
good,
many
yeah.
people I'm modding for right now.
You guys,
know.
do you guys have anyone you guys want to raid?
Let me check here. Let me check. I'm gonna
I
come around.
don't know if y'all. Her name's Kaya. K-A-I.
Oh yeah, Kai
We
Karage.
raid her like every single stream though.
Do we?
We have?
We've raided her like 3 or 4 times, right? Or at least I have raided her 3 or 4 times.
What about?
Nah, what's wrong with my bandwidth? I can't open Twitch right now.
Sad. Wait. There's a
okay.
penguin
Rate yourself,
VTuber.
man.
I have no idea
Rate
who he is,
myself?
but like, do you guys want to raid a penguin?
Rate ourselves.
A penguin?
Sure, let's do it.
And our raid message will be
catch us on
cats are
Twitch,
better than
kitty.
penguins. Cats are better than penguins.
Cats are better than penguins. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on, Moral. Let's go.
Alright, so it's decided already?
Oh wait, I forgot to give you my new PNG. I don't want to be shirtless
unless you guys
anymore.
have someone you guys actually want to raid. I think raiding someone new would be fun. You know?
Nah,
Theo.
Yeah, go with them. Yeah, sure, why not?
My friend Fia.
How do you spell it?
Fiuffed. He has 1 viewer right now.
Fia.
He's playing Apex with my friend Pudgy.
How do I
Wait,
spell
you
their
guys
name?
have Sorry, go ahead.
How do I spell their name?
Fia, Fiuffed.
UFF.
It'll be a sleepy VTuber.
I cannot spell their name. FUI. How do I spell their name?
Just type it in somewhere. It's not hard, man.
Okay, few. Okay. Okay, here we
Anyways.
go. Raid time.
Okay, let me check. Let me go into the stream. Come on, Battlers, don't show me now.
Okay, here we go.
The Battle Royale.
Okay. I have entered.
Let's go.
Is it literally just fluff?
Feufed.
Oh.
Okay,
Feufed?
ready everyone?
Yeah.
It looks like fluff.
Yeah.
Here
People
we go.
call him fluff. I call him feet up because, you know, inside joke.
Oh, okay. Shell 8 peg, let's go. This is only 1080p, man.
There we go.
No.
There we go.
Wait, 1080p? Oh god.